But a little background on my
your white
my
person?
white person.
On your white person.
So my white person is from Ukraine.
Oh. Okay.
And she was adopted by a white family when she was, I think, maybe 2 months old, 3 months old, or a year old. And she's lived in the U.S. for 34 years.
Okay.
Or 35 years.
So she white.
So she's white. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a call. You know, and she's the type of white that she was supposed to be a godparent. She had to take a test to be a godparent. Like they give her actual 100-question test for her to be a godparent to her brother's child.
That is
So,
definitely.
what type of person is she politically?
I don't. You know what? I'm not sure. We have conversation. I think she's a Republican.
Okay, and what religious background?
She's Catholic.
Oh, okay.
So, but when we have in our group text, I kind of stay away from saying.
So you're in a group text with a white person.
I am. With another black person too. So it's two of us against her. But I kind of stay away from political conversation usually because I don't know where she's staying at, and I don't want it to affect our
You
friendship.
need to stop doing that. Make her uncomfortable.
Well, we're different. You like to make white folks uncomfortable.
Sure
I can live with white folks
sure
easily.
does.
Okay, but we'll go ahead. So we'll go ahead and give Maria a call. Let's see if she answers. Okay, here we go. So how does this work?
I'm excited.
I don't know the type of question I need to be asking though. I'm gonna be honest. Yours was good. So let's see. She's answering.
So you know you're just gonna answer.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello, Maria. How are you? We're doing a friction podcast, and we are having discussion on a couple of topics here. So I figure you'll be the best person to call from my phone for this topic. So I'm going to go ahead and start her first. This is Maria on the phone. She is originally from. Where are you originally from, Maria?
Kansas.
Kansas? Oh, that's what we're going with. I told her Ukraine or Russia. But yeah, so she's from Kansas.
He's horrible.
But she, in the last election, who did you vote for?
In the last election, I voted for Trump.
You voted for Trump. Good. So we're 2 for 2. So your person voted for Trump too.
Right.
So the topic here right now that we're going with is that if a white person, are you proud to be white?
Am I proud to be white?
Yes.
Wait, that's not the question.
What was the question?
Sweetie, the question is, if a white person says they're proud to be white, does it make them racist?
This is my co-host, by the way.
How you doing?
Hello.
So if a white person says they are proud to be white, does that make them a racist?
That's a great question.
I know.
You're welcome.
Reflecting on them saying it to be proud to be white, there's obviously a positive notion with that, right? Of having to say that.
What is positive about
if they're saying, "Hey, I'm proud to be white," because they're trying to make it a positive connotation to it, right?
Mm-hmm. So then I would ask. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I would think that it then portrays a negative light to not to be anything but that, right?
So then I'll have to go ahead and figure. I want to know what then about being white makes you proud. Like what are the things you can point on and name that say that makes me proud to be white? Because with the conversation earlier, actually you go ahead and answer that question. I'll go from there. So what will be things that you can say out that makes
Are you proud to be white?
Are you proud?
Right. So again, I'm butting in. I'm his other co-host. My name is Duran. So the question is, if a white person says that they are proud to be a white person, is that a racist statement? No context.
No context. I would say yes.
Why?
Initially, I believe it would be because there's a reason you're saying it. There is a positive and negative feeling towards both the ways that you'll say that. I'm so happy to be white. I'm so happy to be white. And so you're not happy to be anything other than white, but now then you take somebody who says I'm so happy to be black, and you don't think that that's racist, right?
Why?
Well, I'm just saying because you're right. Why? I don't think people think that it's happy to be black, but that's because of society.
That's interesting.
So she's saying it's culture. She's saying it's the culture. She's saying if a black person says it in Black America, you know,
Yeah.
knowing what Black Americans have had to
Going through,
experience. Saying you're proud to be white doesn't come across as racist versus a white person saying, and it does come across as racist because you know that you was on some racist shit.
Yeah, but but initially she said, you know, being proud to be white is a positive thing. I want to know what are the
Right. So what? So the question that your friend is asking is like, as a white person, are you proud to be white, and what are you proud of?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where you jump in and answer the question.
Y'all ain't gonna make me step on that, man.
This is where you jump in and answer the question.
Yeah.
I mean, you have it's privilege.
Hey.
Okay,
at
this
you.
Are
is
you
where
proud of
we're going
privilege?
at.
Okay.
Are you just saying these as hot topics because you know?
No, but you know what's crazy, Maria? We just talked about it recently. So you and I, Akins, was in the group text, right? And we talked about how you are very vocal at work and you speak your mind. And you said Stockdale came up to you and said, "I like the fact that you don't take bullshit and you stand up and stuff like that." And Akins and I came in the group text and was like, "No, that's not what he's saying. Is that you are a white female." You can step up and speak and be yourself and put your personality out there, and it's not looked down upon. But if Akins was to step up and say, "Hey, listen, you came at me sideways, this, that, and third," and give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, she would be looked at as an angry black female.
Well,
When you so that's the privilege part right there. I'm trying to explain. So if when you say
you think that that's the privilege?
yeah, I think that I very much think it's a privilege.
I don't know if it's so much more of a privilege because I think you're taking that into consideration, but really it's about being a female more so than the color of your skin. And that's the
But
truth.
a black female and a white female, it's still the color is there. So if a black female said the same thing that you say and you can get away with, and I'm sorry, if a white female said the same thing you're saying that you usually say
It's
and
white
get away with
privilege.
that, now black female says that it's still white
It's
versus
still
black
white privilege.
And I don't know if you remember, we had this conversation in the group text, and I was saying that, or Akins was saying that if she was to say that, she would look at as being bossy or looked at as being rude or disrespectful and stuff like that. But when you say that, you get told that I like the fact that you stand up and you don't take bullshit and all the stuff like that. So that is that privilege right there that you said that being proud of being white because you have privilege. That's it right there.
Yeah, you are able to get away with more.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at.
And that's why I say y'all got to go.
But that's why I was trying to get your
That's
your
awesome.
opinion on that. I
We appreciate you
for
for sure.
answering your phone. I know I didn't give you too much time, and I just told you I was going to give you a call. I didn't give you the topic or anything of that sort. But I appreciate you answering the question.
I would say though that Nina would be really good at that.
She will, but she's a black female, and I needed a white female's opinion. And it took me a minute to find a white person. What's crazy is that you was the only white person who I knew that I was close to. I was like,
It
let me
would be
see
real.
that I can find and be real, because I have conversations with you about all the time about
That's
stuff like that. So I appreciate this. Okay.
Can we mention though that only my palms and feet are white because I am a tan?
Hey.
You are tan and you're from Russia, all that good stuff, but you still live in you grew up in a white home and had white parents, so yeah, you classify as a
She's
white
like, can
person
I
and get
just
the white
say I'm
privilege.
proud to be brown.
But I appreciate you answering the call today.
Tan.
Well,
Thank
It
you.
was thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bro,
That was good. That was
Bro.
Case in point. Case in
I
point.
struggle
What do you think
with
about
white
that?
people, man.
Case in
I really do.
point.
I
Struggle
feel like,
how?
why are Trump supporters so nice? They say all the right things.
This is the first time I
they
found out
say
she was a
all the
Trump
right
supporter.
things. I know it.
And so now
All
this.
right. I don't know
Are
if
you
my
still
personal
gonna fuck
answer,
with
but
her?
she's in Hawaii,
Sir,
so I don't
are you
know.
still gonna fuck with her after you know that she's a Trump supporter?
Yes. I look past her. I was.
Trump supporters are
You can leave now.
conniving, snakes. They're horrible. They're so nice, but will vote you right out the country. if they
Wasn't
go.
his caller a Trump supporter?
Yes,
Very much
he's a
is.
snake too.
Very much is.
I tell him all the time that he's
but
a
listen to
snake.
this. I see Trump supporters in two categories. So I see the ones who are more so Trump. I mean, Trump was able to get jobs. The economy was good. When I look at my stock portfolio, I'm doing great I was doing good under Trump. I'm not sure if the businesses was more stable, comfortable, what was going on. But I made more money under Trump than I'm making under Biden right now. So I look at people looking at things from that business perspective, and then I look at the people who are looking at him as being racist and policy he passed that was more so geared towards white people get benefiting and stuff like that. So that might be what you're looking at. When I deal with her as a person. I don't look at the Trump side. I didn't know she was a Trump supporter, but she is a decent person. There are decent white folks out there, and you and I talk about it all the time.
There's no such thing as a decent Trump supporter. What are you talking about?
There are decent white folks who might be Trump supporters.
There
Yes.
was a travel ban on Africa.
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Africa. Yes, there was a trial ban on Africa.
They voted for that.